Check it out. Yeah. Alright, let's get into it. How to get your cancer back. Now, this should work for both genders. It's going to come from my perspective, talking about a cancer woman. So, let's get into it, right? And I would say to do this in descending order. I said, or ascending. Do this in order. You know what I mean? So, the first thing that you want to do when getting your cancer woman back is to confuse them. All right? What I mean by this is you gotta appear to the public as someone that they don't even know. To the point to where they're like, what? Who is this guy? Like, they're gonna be like, he's got everybody fooled. Who is this guy? This is not who I used to be with. This is not who I was dating. This is not my baby father. This is not my ex-husband. Who's this guy? Like, they could be cursing you out under the sun. Like, this dirty, you know what I mean? Like, and you could be publicized as some like yoga instructor / mountain climber, life coach of some sort. And they're going to be like, yo, what? Stop playing, because now they're going to be questioning themselves, because they're going to feel that it was warranted to break up with you. Or whether whoever broke up with who, it was warranted and it was supposed to be that way because of the feel of it, right? The feel was just not feeling anymore. So if you come across as something that they don't even identify with anymore, then this may have them question themselves. This is going to have them question themselves, like, am I bugging? Was I wrong? Somebody just said in the last video, cancers are never wrong. You know what I'm saying? But this type of, listen, when you create a mirage or a deception of some type, when it comes to them, right? People, different strokes for different folks. Other people might have, and this is my point, other people will have different perspectives of you, like, you're the man. Like, you know what I mean? And then they're just like, no, wait a minute. You trying to tell me I had this wrong? I ain't had this wrong. He's fooling the whole world right now. And it's irking my nerves because they don't know who he truly is. And yada, 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 yada. But what happens is you become dreamy to them now. And it's even better if you're adventurous. The more adventurous you are in the public eye, and I mean even as going as far as being in a publication of some sort, whether you start a YouTube channel, whether you're in magazines now all of a sudden because of your prestige, take that route, because you're going to become dreamy to them. They know they're going to be confused, and they know it might not be the safest thing to do to even approach you again. But this is 9 times out of 10 going to be a great way for them to even consider approaching you again. All right? Is to be something that they don't remember, that they don't recall, someone that they can actually learn from now, right? So now this also comes with this: no hard feelings. No hard feelings, meaning if they ever do approach you, then you can't be, how should I say it? You can't be on some fuck them type shit, is pretty much what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So let's say you're reaching out. Right? You gotta be strong and don't cling to them. Don't pull a them on them. You understand what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is you gotta be sentimental when you reach out. All right? So you might be saying, well, that's just too much. That's too complex. How do you be strong but be sentimental at the same time? The math ain't mathing, right? Listen what I'm telling you. If you do, let's say y'all separated for a year, right? Whole year go by. You ain't said nothing to her. She ain't said nothing to you. Her birthday come. You tell her, happy birthday, right? Keep it plain Jane. Happy birthday. Don't go extra. Don't put no emojis next to that. Just happy birthday. You know what I mean? That's going to crack her. That's going to do something to her, because it's sentiment. And I'm giving you game right now. Cancers are suckers for sentiment. You know what I'm saying? So if there's anything that's attached to memory, sentimental value, and something that they can recall the feeling, because 9 times out of 10 y'all done experienced their birthday before, right? And y'all done went somewhere, y'all done did something, some gave gifts and things of that nature. So despite what happened with y'all, you're still showing that you're big enough, strong enough to say, no hard feelings. You still, it's only been a year. I still think about you. Like, you know what I mean? I might not act like it. I might not, but you still got a place in my heart. You understand what I'm saying? They gonna go for that. They gonna go for that. Now, how long is it gonna take them to jump back into your life? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But that's a great first step into getting the cancer back. Now, they may reach out to you too. You know what I'm saying? They may reach out to you. And I would say they would reach out to you if it didn't end bad. Like if it didn't end disastrous, it can potentially happen that your cancer reaches back out to you. All right? But you got to pass the titty tantrum test. Yes, you do. You have to pass the titty tantrum test. Excuse me. So if they do something like, first off, if they do something like, they try to call you and have a pity party, like they might text you first and be like, yo, you won't believe this shit that happened. I'm so sick of this shit. And remember, y'all done broke up and all that, right? And then they start calling. Don't answer that call. Don't answer that call. Remember, be stern, because these people are more stronger than they give off. And this is a test. This is a test to see if you're going to get into a soaking bath with them, because that's how desperate your ass is to get back with that ass. You understand what I'm saying? That's a test. No, you leave that for them to get a few bottles of wine and go meet up with their girlfriends and let them have that pity party together. They can cry. They can watch, I don't know, fucking Tyler Perry movies, whatever the fuck they got to do to get past that shit. Whatever that shit is, you let them do that with they peoples. You understand what I'm saying? You don't get involved with that, because they are stronger than what they appear to be, and they are not beyond going through depressive bouts, like really suffering emotionally, and it could be partially because of the breakup. You understand what I'm saying? But you got to be strong for them, because like I said, they are stronger than they actually give off. If they get people to adopt their same behavior when it comes to the turmoil that deals with their emotions, then they know that pillar is not going to be strong enough to get them out of that rut. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to do it in such a way that says, like, when they reach out and you do finally speak to them, they might throw a jab or throw a hint at you like, man, I just been going through it lately. You got to freak it. You got to be like, well, you going to bounce back from that. You know what I'm saying? Can't nothing get you down. You going to bounce back from that. Like, this shit ain't going to hold you back. You know what I'm saying? You got to speak like that to them, speak life into them, and make it known that they are tougher than what they are. Even if you never showed that to them before, if you never told that to them before, remember, you got to get them back. You understand what I'm saying? So you're not going to want to deal with the same individual who didn't grow from learning how to come out of an emotional situation on top. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not an automatic that because y'all break up that they're going to be the best that they ever been, right? That they're going to be living their best life. No, it might not. It might be the opposite. You understand what I'm saying? So if you trying to get them back, again, it's kind of like that whole deceptive thing. Like, you might have been in it with the fight with them and all that with the shits before, but now it's like you maturing, and they're going to see that, oh, you maturing because you don't fuck with me no more. Like, this, that's all it took. Like, oh, it was me, I was the problem. Oh, hell, you know what I'm saying? It's going to intrigue them. They're going to want to know, well, what the fuck is that about? Because it's better to say that you've been with someone and they've become a better person since you, because you can always say, and it sounds like an excuse, and maybe it is, but they can always say, I wasn't ready when we was together before, or I was petty, I was doing some stuff before, or I was immature at that time. You know what I mean? And timing is everything. It just wasn't the right time. But I'm happy to see, that they turned into whatever they turned into, and they're gonna have some type of sentimental attachment to that too, somehow, some way, that you transformed and became that person because you used to deal with them. You understand what I'm saying? But if you don't pass the titty tantrum test, I keep saying text. Somebody's going to text me. There's going to be a cancer texting me, right? But if you don't pass the titty tantrum test, then they're going to be like, fuck out of here. I knew he was a bozo. You know what I'm saying? I knew we broke up for a reason, and he's a clown. Because, like, if if you get emotional with them with their quarrel, like they might even pick a fight with you. They might pick an emotional centered fight with you. And once you give it and be like, fuck you, bitch, because that's why the reason why I'm like, it's over. They might bang it on you and all that. Like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? But there's a flip side to this too. If you're being too dry, because I'm telling you how to get them back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you how to fuck it up twice. When they do this, because they're probably gonna do this titty tantrum test, right? You gotta converse with them in a way, again, that's stern but still represents sentimental value. So you gotta be like, you gotta engage with them with some type of emotion. You can't be completely Capricorn dry. You can't be, not to get them back. You gotta be stern, but yet you still use sentimental value. So it's like, you could engage with them, and when those times that you become emotional in the engagement, because they're gonna try you. They're gonna try to get you to argue with them. They're gonna be on 100 with it too, like emotions flying everywhere. Like, but this is not your average emotions. This is not your unharnessed emotions. This is directed straight towards you to cause a reaction, and you gotta engage with some type of emotion, but use that emotion with humor. Key factor here. Use humor when it be like, what, bitch? That's because you don't fucking remember the time when you did this X, Y, and Z. That's why. And it gotta be funny. You understand what I'm saying? And they gonna laugh like, ha ha ha. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you gotta use some type of sentiment, and it gotta be humor. But if you too dry and you real analytical about it, and you're just like, yeah, because, we just wasn't working out because, of X, Y, and Z, and I seen that, and I said, it's better to just part ways and remember the times as they were, and let me become a better person. Hopefully they'll become a better person, and we can forgive each other later. They're gonna be like, dry eyes, this shit is boring. It's just not gonna be enough. You gotta give them what they got. You gotta get into that shit with them. And once y'all get laughing again, and you still are being dismissive, like slightly dismissive, like, fuck out of here, bitch. That's why, I got 5 kids by you now. You know what I'm saying? They gonna laugh their ass off. This is when you getting them back. You understand what I'm saying? But you gotta be smooth with it. You gotta be humorous and dismissive and stern, but still be a little bit emotional. You understand what I'm saying? Just don't give in and be like, fuck you, bitch. That's if you go all the way in and be like distasteful and not classy, forget about it. Forget it. Just fucking forget it. You failed. What else? Do the opposite on a date. Do the opposite on a date. And what I mean is, when you were together, if you were doing extravagant shit with them, then, when I say the date, and this is why I said do this in order, when you finally get the date to see them again and do something with them, if you was extravagant with them when y'all were together, don't do something extravagant with them this time. All right? You should choose the most smallest thing that y'all have done together before and do that. Because if you try the whole lavish thing again, right? It's like they're gonna be like, well, that shit didn't save the relationship before. Like whining and dining me and all of that shit, like that didn't do it before. So what makes you think you could do this play again and that's gonna work? Now, in some situations, it could be impactful because there might be some sentimental value to whatever place you go to. But I would say, to be really smooth and player about it, to do something smaller on a smaller scale, especially if you were extravagant. Like, let's say I used to go to the park and you just like suck their titties in the park or whatever the case may be, and then you just like, yo, why don't you meet me at the park? And they'd be like, what park? The park, X, Y, and Z park. They'd be like, you still go to the park? I know you bringing other bitches to the park that we used to go to. And you'd be like, nah. I just go there from time to time when I'm going through stuff. I be going by myself, you know what I'm saying? They might be like, why? Because, I remember those times being some of the best times of my life spent in that park. they gonna fucking melt behind that shit because they remember the park with you. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just, and this is vice versa. Like if you weren't extravagant before, then whatever time that you did something huge with them, then you would wanna replay that type memory and be like, well, let's go to the best restaurant that I took you to on our anniversary because that's like the most money I ever spent on you type shit. You know what I'm saying? And you might want to top it this time or something like that. And you be like, you ain't getting no ass, nigga. Like we just going out. Nah, I know, I understand. You know what I'm saying? Well, let me do something nice. You know, I got it now. I'm a fucking mountain climber now. You know what I'm saying? I got bigger bread now, so I could really afford to take you there every day. You know what I'm saying? And like, all right, but you still ain't getting no ass. You're like, cool, nah, it's all right. You know what I'm saying? So I would say do it that way when you finally do get the date. And then it could be like some last minute spur of the moment shit. And she might be like, yo, this is it. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, we can go to a hotel. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know I was going to have this much fun. You know, you could show your interest to that level, to that extent, if they drop the hint to you, like, oh, so you just going to take me back home now. You know what I'm saying? Be like, yo, what you want to do? You want to go to a hotel or something? Maybe it might be better to be talking to somebody at this time, you know what I'm saying? So they know that they still got it or whatever the case may be. So I would say, you know, because you're going to be talking to somebody, you know what I mean? If it's asked of you, bring that shit up, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm talking to somebody. It ain't that serious, you know what I'm saying? But, and they going to know that they still got it or whatever the case may be. And they could, and I don't, some of y'all be like, no, I don't want to take no other girl, man. Stop, cut it the fuck out. Like, to know that you still got it, though, is going to be textbook. Like, and dude or whoever who's not the cancer here in this situation, don't have an emotional backlash if they reject that offer to go to the hotel or go to the crib and do the 1-2 and smash. You know what I'm saying? Just take it, be stern about it and be like, all right, nah, I get it, but you know what, I'll fuck around and have kid number 6 fucking with you, so you're probably right. You know what I'm saying? Turn that shit into humor too, and you're more than likely going to get the next date. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get that. You're going to get the cancer back, B. I'm not saying cancers are pushovers and stuff like that, but what I'm saying is they get so emotionally connected to the memories that they, like, I know some cancer women that love the dudes that they used to deal with, and I'm talking 30 years ago, B. Like 30 years ago. 30 fucking years ago, man. And that's how real shit is. Like, they can actually be around them, play around them, have fun around them, and still have sex with them. I'm telling you. So, those are my steps. Get in the comment section, deny, confirm, have a ball with it. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you, if you want your cancer back, that's how you get your cancer back.